What's up, guys? Igor Hernandez here. I'm one of the attorneys at Cornish, Hernandez and Gonzalez, where I practice injury law and first-party homeowner property claims. And today I want to talk to you about something you can do to protect yourself from Miami drivers. And what do I mean by that? Well, there's a lot of drivers out there down here in Miami, especially anywhere in South Florida, but Miami specifically, and they're driving without any sort of insurance or any sort of coverage. If they hurt somebody, there's really no money to be made by anybody. What I mean by that is, if you're out there and you get severely injured by a driver, there is about a 25% chance, if you're in Miami, that you're going to have to deal with those injuries yourself, that you're going to have to get into debt for your medical bills, that you're going to have to just make do with the fact that you may not work for a couple months. Whatever the case may be, there's a 25% chance that you're not going to be able to recover anything for your injuries, even though it was not your fault, even though you didn't do anything wrong, even though the only reason that you were injured, the only reason that you had hospital bills, the only reason that you went through what you went through is because somebody else was not paying attention on the road and somebody else was at fault for the accident. And the reason for that is because down here in South Florida, about 25% of drivers on the streets do not carry bodily injury coverage. And bodily injury coverage is that kind of coverage that pays somebody else for an accident that you caused. What I mean by that is, if I get in an accident and I injure somebody, my bodily injury coverage will pay that person up to the amount of my policy for their injuries and for their medical bills, pain and suffering, etc. Assuming, obviously, that the person is injured enough to require up to the policy limits, but that's a whole other conversation. And so if I don't have any bodily injury coverage and I hurt somebody, then that person really has nowhere to get that money from, especially if I don't have any money. If I hurt somebody and I don't have any insurance and I don't have any collectible assets and I don't have any money to pay, then basically the person that I hurt doesn't have a remedy, because courts do not award money. Courts award papers, pieces of paper that says somebody owes somebody else money, but then you have to go get that money. And so if the person that hurt you has no insurance and no assets, then you're basically out of luck. Unless and except you do what I'm about to tell you. There is a type of insurance coverage called uninsured / underinsured motorist insurance coverage. And what it is a type of insurance that you can buy, and you can control how much or how little of it you can buy. And it lets you be guaranteed that if somebody injures you and they are at fault, but they don't have enough insurance to cover your injuries, your own insurance company will be liable to you for up to the amount in your uninsured motorist coverage. So let's say, for example, I have $250,000 of uninsured motorist coverage. If I get into an accident and it's somebody else's fault, and that person does not have sufficient insurance or has no insurance at all to cover my injuries, my own insurance company would have to come up and pay up to the $250,000 that I have on my own insured / underinsured motorist insurance coverage. And that's very important, because what it lets you do is it lets you control the risk of what's going to happen if you're out there and somebody injures you and they have no insurance. And we know there's about a 25% chance that you're going to be with somebody or get in an accident with somebody that will have no insurance, because about 1/4 of all drivers in South Florida, all drivers in Miami specifically, do not have any sort of bodily injury coverage. So that's it for now. I don't sell insurance. We here at CHG have sued just about every insurance company there is in business right now. And so don't take this as some sort of endorsement for any particular insurance company or for the insurance business in general. This is just some advice for something you can do to try to protect yourself within the realm of what's possible, and something you should know. A lot of people don't know about uninsured motorist coverage because the insurance companies do not want to sell them. So basically, the agent will not tell you about it. The insurance company will not push it, because it really doesn't cost a lot of money to get that coverage onto your policy, but it puts them in a position where they have now significantly more risk than what they would if it was just bodily injury coverage and property damage, etc. So anyway, guys, that's it for now. I will catch you again next time.